Okay, let's go.
Hi guys, welcome to Yogalates with SJ and to this 15-minute low impact, no equipment, home workout for weight loss. So we're going to start here by just coming to a standing position, bringing the belly button back towards the spine, letting the arms come down. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale as you float the arms back down. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, bringing the hands back down and opening the heart. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, floating the arms all the way back down. Then you're stepping the right toes over to the right, and then inhale, bringing the arms up and lifting the right knee up, and the arms come out into a T as you lower the toes down. So we're continuing here with this, keeping your core engaged. You are not locking out through that supporting knee on that left side, and your shoulders are relaxed, you're breathing. We are starting strong here, keeping everything strong, lifting up as high as you can. It doesn't have to come all the way up, working at your own pace. And then let's come straight over to the other side. The left toes come out and you're bringing the left knee up as you bring those arms out into a T. And keep this going. So seeing if you can find even more length out the fingertips each time you come up. Keeping the neck relaxed, keeping the shoulders relaxed, keeping the jaw relaxed, and lifting up tall and lowering back down. Beautiful work. And let's come over to the other side, and then we are coming to just stay here and starting to circle the arms. So just tiny circles in one direction, and then we're going back in the opposite direction. Nice work. And then flipping the palms and starting to squeeze in biceps, and just keep this going. So we're squeezing in and then we're opening back out. Just really bringing your mind to those muscles of the arms that we're working, the biceps, the shoulders, and then we are letting the palms be forward, and then you are starting to step over to the left side, and then you are lunging over to that right side. Hips go straight back, keeping your core engaged. So it's just the hips that go back, and then you are lifting up out of that supporting leg to bring you all the way back up, using your core to lift the knee. And just again, if you don't want to bring the knee all the way up, that's okay. You can just come sort of in and out, maybe even stepping in and stepping out. Keep this going, length out the neck, and let's come to the other side. Starting to step over to that left side and finding that length out that right hip, the outer hip, and also just keeping the core engaged. You are keeping everything strong here. You are steady, you're stable, you are breathing. Nice work. Only 15 minutes, but we're getting a full body workout in here, and it doesn't need to take long. It's all about efficiency. Nice. And let's stay here. And taking a moment just to start to bring the toes forward of the right foot, and then stepping out, and then bringing the toes of the left foot forward and stepping out. Keeping this going. So as you do this, I just want you to make sure that you've got a neutral pelvis. So belly button is back towards the spine. You aren't tucking the tailbone, and you're not putting the tailbone back. You're keeping your shoulders relaxed, and you are keeping everything open through the front side of those hips. Beautiful work. Great for balance as well. And we are warming up. We are getting into every single muscle today. Nice work. Lengthening, strengthening, toning. We are gaining flexibility. We are getting cardio in here as well. All low impact. Nice. Now we're just starting to come to the side edge of your mat, and you're starting to just bring the left knee up, and then stepping the foot back, and then bringing the right knee up, and keeping this going. So as you continue here, making sure that you've got the hips open here, so you're not closing the hips, you're closing the ribs, you're keeping your core engaged, and we are lifting that knee up as high as what you can here. You might start to bring your arms into this. So as you bring that left knee up, you're bringing the arms up, and then bringing them all the way down as you start to bring that right knee up. You can move slow with this, you can go a little bit faster. Just making sure you're really bringing your mind into those muscles that we're working. Nice work. And let's come to the other side. So you're starting to bring the left foot forward, lifting the right knee, stepping that right foot back, and lifting the left knee up. And again, don't hold your breath. Maybe bringing your arms into this as well. Starting to bring the arms up and pressing the arms back. Maybe even really getting into the back of the arms, or you can have the palms facing inwards. So really tuning into your body, seeing what it needs specifically today, and going at the pace where you're feeling challenged, but you're also being really kind to your body and sort of your energy levels as well. And a couple more. Coming up and coming back and up, and let's come back. Nice. And we are going to come all the way to face the side edge of your mat. You're bringing the toes out and the heels in, and your feet are quite wide here. You're just coming down into a squat and then pressing back up, and then you are shifting over to one side, then the other, and then dropping back down into your squat. So as you continue with this, I just want you to kind of come straight down, almost as though you're sitting back into a chair. But we are also at the same time not letting the tailbone come backwards as such. So we're not lifting the tailbone or tucking the tailbone under. Also, the knees are not wanting to go forward of those toes. So it can be just a very little kind of shift to one side, then the other, just finding this weight even through that center line. Even though you are coming over to one side and the other, you're still feeling that you are keeping your weight evenly through both sides of the feet, and using your core as well as your glutes to lift you up from that squat, powering up without locking out through those knee joints. Beautiful work. Now you're staying down in your squat, you're sweeping the right arm up, looking up towards that right arm, coming back through center, and then the left arm sweeps up, looking up and staying down in your squat and coming back through center. Right arm sweeps up and holding here, and then coming back through center, and left arm sweeps up and keeping this going. So as you continue here, I really want you to sit all the way back down into those heels as low as you can, without the knees going forward of the toes, and the shoulders are relaxed, and you've got the length through the back of the neck. Nice. Pressing all the way back up to standing, and then you're starting to frame one foot and then coming back through center, and then framing the other foot, coming back through center. As you continue with this, I want you to make sure that the hips are just going straight back, so you are lengthening out through the top of the head, and then you are pressing the hips forward as you come back up to standing. We're not locking out through the knee joints here, so you can have softness into the knees, and you don't have to bring the fingertips all the way down. It's more about just finding that lengthening back of the tailbone, and it is about using your core as well as your glutes to draw you all the way back up through center. Beautiful work. Let's stay here, and you are coming to the front of your mat, and you're starting to bring the right foot forward, and you're lifting the left knee up, and then the toes come back, and you can bring your arms into this as well if you want. Inhale as you bring the arms and the knee up. Exhale as you press the arms back and the toes lower down. So palms are facing back. You are really bringing your mind into the back of those arms. We're getting into the tricep muscles, keeping your shoulders relaxed, jaw is relaxed, using your core as well as your glute to lift the knee up. And again, just working at the range that you feel challenged. It doesn't have to be a really high knee lift. And let's come to the other side. And we are bringing the left foot forward, and you are finding that neutral pelvis, starting to find your weight into that left foot, and then you're stepping the right toes back, and you are starting to lift that right knee up, and then stepping back and lifting the knee back up. So if it feels really good, you can even lower the heel down as you start to come back with that foot, finding a bit of a stretch through the back of the leg, or you can just bring the toes to come back. So just working with what feels good. You can bring the arms into it, really getting into the back of those arms, the tricep muscles. When you bring the arms up, I want you to make sure the shoulders are down and away from the ears, and you are strong here. You're using your core, you're using your glutes, you're using your leg muscles. Nice work, and let's stay here. Now we're starting to find a little curtsy, so just bringing the left foot to come behind the right, and then you are just lowering down a little bit and then stepping out and coming to the other side. So as you continue with this, I want you to make sure that the hips are square to that side edge of your mat, and the knee of that front knee is not going forward of the toes. So you're kind of just coming straight down and just coming a little way down where you can really feel into this. You might even step that back foot back a little bit further if it feels better. It's totally over to you, and just making sure that you're staying really strong in the core as well as keeping that neutral pelvis. And you can use the hands on the hips for a bit of balance here, or of course if you want to, you can add in some kind of arm movement. Maybe finding a place that you can set your eyes on for balance here, and really powering back up. Let's stay here, guys, bringing the feet out quite wide, toes pointing forward, and then you are pressing the palms to the back of the room and starting to cross the hands behind you. So it's just a little cross alternating behind the back here, really getting into the back of the arms here, really feeling into those tricep muscles, and keeping length through the neck. And then let's bring the arms all the way forward, palms facing inward, and then cactus the arms, heart opens out, and then you are lifting up and toes tap out to the side, coming back through center, closing those palms together, and then you are opening out to your cactus and lifting up, toes tap out. Keeping this going, so keeping the shoulders away from the ears, the elbows are slightly lower than the shoulders, so we're not bringing any tension into the back of the neck. As you come up, I want you to find even more length through the toes all the way out the top of the head. So you're really finding this beautiful lengthening out of the side of the leg, the outer hip, the outside of the glute, as well as the outer thigh. And we are also getting into the chest muscles here. So closing in, feeling that connection of those chest muscles, as well as really getting into the shoulders, the arms. So good, you guys. Staying strong, lifting up tall, lowering down and back through center, and coming up and over to the other side. Nice. Let's stay here, you guys, and we are folding down. So interlacing the fingers, you are pressing the palms down towards the mat, so you're finding a nice stretch through the wrist here, letting the head go, letting the arms relax, but also just finding that connection and that stretch through the back of the shoulders, the back of the neck, and then you are flipping the palms and bringing the palms together, and the knuckles press down towards the mat, keeping those palms squeezing in together as you press the knuckles down even further towards the earth. And maybe a little rock of the head from side to side, or you might let the head rock over to one side and just staying here for a moment, and then coming to the other side. And then you are taking the hands behind the head, so keeping the hands interlaced, starting to squeeze the elbows in toward each other, and just resting the hands on the back of the neck without any force. Just starting to find what feels good here, lengthening the whole back of the neck down towards the earth, maybe softening into those knees a little bit. You might rock to one side slightly and then the other, but just keeping the hips really square and keeping evenness through both sides of the feet, really lifting up out of the outside of those feet. And then you're releasing this, just nodding the head yes, taking a moment, just ragdoll everything down and floating the arms down, maybe grabbing hold of behind the knees or behind the ankles, anything at all that feels good. You might start to circle the head around in one direction, finding a release out the back of the neck, feeling everything releasing, and then going back the other way. Maybe a little sway from side to side, just breathing deeply in, fully out, maybe sighing it out the mouth as you finish here. You've done so amazing today, you guys. You should feel so proud of yourself. If you enjoyed this, you might like to subscribe for more, and I can't wait to see you again here soon. Have a great day.